These are the top 3 credit unions for your personal banking and your business banking that anyone can join. I don't know about you, but I was kind of set free into the wild when I got older, and my parents didn't really teach me about how to properly bank and where to keep my money and which banks were actually better or which credit unions. They just told me, okay, here you go. You got a job. Go do your thing, Mike. Be successful. And I was just like everyday Americans out there putting my money into those big conglomerate banks like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, banks that don't actually truly have your back if you're going through a financial hardship, or you just don't have the best credit, or your credit score is just not that high. Because if you're with one of those big banks, they're not going to give you not even a pack of gum in your name if you don't have a good credit score paired up with good income. Don't get me wrong, you can have good income, but if you don't have the credit, it doesn't matter. But if you're banking with a large credit union, the whole trajectory of your life can be instantly changed if you're banking with a credit union for your personal life, and even better for your business life. Fortunately, that's the part that my family missed. We didn't talk about finances. We didn't talk about banks. You were just kind of set free, and I went with the bank that my family was going with, and at the time that was Wachovia, and then I went from Wachovia to Bank of America, and then from Bank of America I went to a local regional credit union, which wasn't bad, it wasn't horrible, but they still didn't go the extra mile and they still didn't do anything for me. So on today's episode, I'm going to teach you the valuable lesson on if you bank with a large credit union, they will have your back even if you have bad credit. I'm going to teach you all the data points to make you successful with each one of these actual credit unions for your business and for your personal side. And I'm going to teach you how to become a valuable asset to any credit union so they give you high limit credit cards, auto loans, business auto loans, business lines of credit, all of these things to make you successful in your personal life and in your business life if you're a business owner. Before we bust into this list, I want you to bust out a pen and paper and write this down. You want to open up a checking and a savings with either one of these credit unions. That's the first part in building your relationship. You want to put as much money as you possibly can into your savings account. Do the free version of the checking account. You don't have to do any paid version. Next, you want to set up a direct deposit. You want to show the bank that you have a steady income and a steady job and a cash flow that's coming in, showing all those different types of data points. That's exactly what a credit union wants to see. If you don't have direct deposit, that is okay. It does make your account stronger if you do have direct deposit, but if you do not, you just need to make sure that you are in fact depositing your paychecks every time you get paid into your account with that credit union. And the final piece of the puzzle is a secured loan. Each one of these credit unions will have a secured loan option. You want to do it based on a 24-month term for 2 full years. The longer the better, because you're going to open up a new account and then it's going to close in 24 months. So you want it to give you as much positive payment history as you possibly can. If you open it up and you do a 6-month actual term, then it's going to close in 6 months and it's going to have a negative impact on your credit file. Remember, anytime that you close an account, it's going to have a negative impact unless you're stacked with a bunch of credit cards and a bunch of accounts on your credit profile. It's going to hurt you. So you want it to be as long as possible to get the best bang for your buck. With the secured loan, you want to make sure that you do a 24-month term. When you call them to actually give them the money, they're going to ask you, would you like us to put this on auto payment? You're going to tell them, no, I do not want you to put it on auto payment. I will go ahead and make the payments. You want to make all the payments until it hits your credit report. Once it hits your credit report, then you're going to call the credit union and you're going to pay off 80% of this loan over the phone. Then you're going to put the remaining amount on auto payment for the next 2 years and just make sure that the payments hit properly and you're building a relationship with all of these data points that I just gave you successfully, and you can apply for any actual product with the credit union with a minimum of 90 days. I say don't do it. Even if you have a great credit score, wait at least 91 exact days, because this will get you a higher limit credit card if that's what you're going for. It'll get you better terms for a loan if that's what you're actually looking for. The sweet spot to get the highest limit possible is going to be 6 to 8 months. Building with all these data points, and then in 6 to 8 months, you can go apply for a credit card, a loan, or any type of auto loan product that you're looking for. Because the name of the game with a credit union is building and establishing relationships. Credit unions are relationship-based banking. This is why you can in fact get a high limit credit card with bad credit, because they're seeing the data points. They see all the money that you're putting into this account, and they see that you're actually working on your credit. Well, even if you're not working on your credit, I've seen people that get high limit credit cards with bad credit and they're not even working on it. So it totally is possible. Last part's the most important. We've got a lot of ground to cover, so let's get into this list. Coming in hot at number 3 is Langley Credit Union. The moment I went to the Langley website, it showed me that they were offering a 5.0% APY on a high yield savings account. The moment you click the personal dropdown, you're gonna see that they offer new and used vehicle loans, vehicle loan refinancing, RV and boat loans, and they also have 3 different credit cards. Now, taking a look at their credit card page, they actually show you what credit score they're recommending, what's the annual fee, and the annual interest rate. It's very interesting how we live in a time right now where interest rates are absolutely outrageous, but at this credit union, they're showing you that the interest rates on their credit cards are gonna vary from 14.25 to 8%. Now, these credit cards do in fact go all the way up to $40,000, and you can in fact get 2 actual credit cards with 1 hard pull. When you join Langley, there will be a hard pull on your Equifax credit report. Now, you can use that same hard inquiry for the first 30 days to apply for any credit products. And we have seen the data points where people can get not only 1 credit card with that pool, but 2 credit cards with Langley Credit Union on the first credit card pool when they join Langley Credit Union. And Langley Credit Union does offer a personal loan at 12.99%. Possibly you may need to consolidate some credit card debt. You could do it with this loan, and the terms go all the way up to 96 months. I think that's the longest term I've seen so far. That is insane. You might actually die before that loan is paid off. That's crazy. And on the Langley business side, it is stacked pretty heavy. They're going to offer commercial loans, SBA loans, business credit cards, small business lines of credit, and small business auto loans. And this is why Langley is at number 3, because it is a well-rounded credit union. Coming in at number 2 is Andrews Federal Credit Union. Now, taking a look at Andrews Federal Credit Union's credit cards, they offer 4 different credit cards. Now, never ever go after the secured credit card. It's not necessary. If you build a relationship exactly like I taught you in the beginning of this video, you're gonna be perfectly fine. You don't need a secured card. Now, these credit cards will in fact go all the way up to $50,000. Specifically speaking, the titanium one starts at $5,000 and goes all the way up to $50,000. Now, we have seen data points that they pull from TransUnion and Experian. We have seen it pull from Experian mostly on the business side, but we have seen the data points where they can pull from either one of TransUnion or Experian on your personal side also, so just be aware. They also do offer personal signature loans that go all the way up to $50,000 with flexible terms up to 84 months. That is a massive term, and that is a great large amount of a signature loan. That's crazy. It goes all the way up to $50,000. And they also have the Premier line of credit that also goes all the way up to $50,000. And they also offer an overdraft line of credit. That one goes up to $10,000. So all in all, Andrews is really stacked pretty high over here. That's just on the personal side. Now, they do offer business lines of credit. They have an unsecured line of credit that goes all the way up to $75,000. And they also offer a secured line of credit. I'm not sure how they're actually going to secure that, but you can borrow as much as 80% of the value of your collateral. Now, you must be within a 50-mile radius of any of their locations in order to qualify for a business account and any type of business lending. Just be aware. On the business side, they also offer commercial vehicle loans, commercial mortgages, and they have the credit cards that also go all the way up to $50,000. Is it just me, or is it crazy all the different types of products that these credit unions offer compared to a regular traditional bank? You can't get all these products at regular traditional banks, unfortunately. So all in all, Andrews Federal Credit Union is stacked pretty heavy, and this is why it's number 2. Burning up the charts, coming in at number 1 is NIH Federal Credit Union. Now, NIH does offer 4 different credit cards, and the credit limits go all the way up to $25,000. There's no annual fees, and of course, they're going to promote great low rates and fees. Not the best, but it's pretty decent that it goes all the way up to $25,000. That's pretty crazy. We're saying that $25,000 isn't as good as the other ones. They do also offer a personal signature loan that goes all the way up to $50,000, terms of 36, 48, and 60 months. The terms aren't that great, but those loans are pretty large. They have a home improvement loan that goes all the way up to $25,000. They have a personal line of credit that also goes all the way up to $25,000. So the loan sector is pretty stacked. Now the business side is where it gets crazy. Commercial real estate loans up to $5 million. That is just the beginning. You have equipment loans all the way up to $350,000. Small businesses administration loans all the way up to $5 million. And working lines of capital up to $350,000. So as you can see, this is another reason why NIH made the list and is #1. So you want to establish and build a personal relationship with all of these credit unions before you jump into the business sector. You want at least 91 days of data points before you even apply for the business side of any credit union. Now, NIH is going to do a hard pull on Equifax, and that hard pull is good for 60 days when you apply for your membership. So you can use that hard pull for any of the credit products in that 60-day window, and there will be no other hard inquiry. Now, I will tell you, getting into NIH is a big pain in the ass. Anybody can join any of these credit unions, but understand they are super strict and very, very picky about everything. You want to make sure that your address matches on your credit reports, that matches your driver's license. When you take pictures of your actual driver's license, it has to be nice and clear and follow the instructions to a T, because if you don't follow those instructions, they will kick it back and deny your application, and you'll have to resubmit the whole thing all over again. They don't play. I hope you got a clear understanding of why an actual credit union is better than the traditional Bank of America or Wells Fargo. They offer much more better products, and if you have bad credit, you can reestablish with a credit union and build from the ground up. I hope you enjoyed this video. We covered a big topic of the best 3 credit unions for your personal side and your business side. Make sure that you watch the next video because it is about another credit union that you may not know about. If you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.